With Bill 507 lapsing into law, close to 24 court employees are facing a 20% pay cut. The law specifically reduces the pay of all unclassified employees of any branch of the government with a base pay of more than $50,000 by 10%.
Our 10% cut is going to be deappropriated from our budget and sent to the hospital. It doesn't even go to counter or reduce the $850,000 cut that we have to make ourselves.
Court Policy Planning and Communications Director Josh Tenorio says the bill exempts judges and justices from the 10% pay cut. The original version of legislation, originally introduced by the governor, intended to save the government millions with an early retirement program, but that portion was completely scrapped by lawmakers. Tenorio says, though, that the impact of the 10% reduction for unclassified employees may inadvertently turn into an early retirement program for the judiciary.
There are going to be maybe intended or unintended consequences from the legislature. As of today, we do have a little shakeup. I'm expecting multiple retirements as a result.
Tenorio says those in senior management positions are contemplating retirement as their pay will be reduced.
There are people that this is going to affect their pay. They've been here for 30 plus years. A lot of them have been classifieds before and took the unclassifieds to lead their divisions, and in some cases will be making less money than the people they supervise.
In a letter to the governor, Chief Justice F. Philip Carbolito expressed concerns with the measure, saying it undermines the management structure at the courts.
We believe strongly that when the legislature and the governor give the judiciary some resources, we should have our own, and we've demonstrated our ability to manage our own resources without having language in there that would come in and seemingly micromanage our branch of the government.
The estimated 23 unclassified workers who are affected include senior law clerks, chamber administrators, the compiler of laws, the public guardian, the ethics prosecutor, and others.
On May, there's going to be a double whammy, and so the employees that are affected are going to actually get a 20% cut because in May, they're still part of the group that needs to make the cut entirely.
As we reported, the Judicial Council recently approved a deficit reduction plan that includes the reduction of operational hours beginning in May that will result in a 10% pay cut for all judicial employees.
There are many threats to the judiciary. This is one of them, and this threat has to do with undermining the management structure of and the compensation structure.
With the measure lapsing into law, Tenorio says the court will now articulate the impact to the judiciary and ask the legislature to recognize the court's autonomy and amend the law. The issue will further be discussed when the Judicial Council meets in 3 weeks. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm India.